Hi guys, how are you? Hope you're having a nice day. Hopefully you can see from kind of the window behind me, and maybe it shows my face, but it's sunny. I think you can see from the kind of cushions over there that yeah, it's sunny. Different venue, yeah. I'm sitting in the floor in the living room because it's warmer than my bedroom, which is absolutely freezing. Unfortunately, my bedroom doesn't get any sun, so it's a right pain in the backside. But no, it's in the sitting room. It's nice and warm and cozy, so I thought I'd video here today. The reason for my video is I'm going to do a book review of, hopefully you can see that, Skinny Me by Charlene Carr. I got this as a freebie from BookBub and really enjoyed it. Excuse me, I'm switching that off. Yeah, a really good book, very thought-provoking. The premise of the story is that Jen is, you're not really told whether she's obese or massively obese, but she is overweight anyway, and so is her mother. Her parents have split. I think they don't give an age. I guess she's kind of maybe in her 20s, and her parents split when she was younger. Her dad's got a new wife, who is skinny. Her mother was also obese, but her mum was comfortable in her own skin. Her mum was quite happy that she was overweight. Didn't bother her. She loved her food. Whether that was because of her husband leaving, I don't know. But there's also a younger brother, Billy, and he went and moved with his dad. When his dad moved out, so it kind of split the family. Jen and her mum have an argument, and they don't speak for a couple of weeks, and they were supposed to be meeting up for a meal, but her mum doesn't appear. So Jen goes back to her house to her mum's house to discover her mother flat on the floor, having had a heart attack. She phones 911. They come. There's nothing they can do. Her mother is already dead. This was maybe the sort of the wake up call that she needed. A pretty drastic wake up call, but it was a wake up call nonetheless. In that, this incident plus another incident at the funeral, her mum's funeral, makes her realise that she needs to lose weight, and she wants to lose weight. She isn't too sure how she's going to go about it, so she goes onto the internet and finds various websites and starts doing various bits and pieces. This is not without some form of problem, in that doing it on your own is not an easy matter. No matter what you're doing fitness wise, eating wise, doing it on your own can be very difficult, and this she finds out. Eventually she joins a gym. Now, her cousin Autumn is a personal trainer, and Autumn has this new boyfriend called Matt. Yes, you've guessed it. The personal trainer that the gym assign her to, unwittingly, is Matt. And Jen develops a crush on him. But it's kind of more than that, in that she ends up doing her fitness work and her dieting and everything for him. Not for her, for him. She seems to fixate on him, that if she is thin, etc, he'll leave Autumn for her, which is really not healthy. And she's obviously got psychological problems as well, although that is not gotten into in great detail. But I think her mother's dying, and the reaction of children and her brother when she was younger, has affected her psychologically, but it's not something that she deals with. She cuts herself off from all of her friends, so she's got roughly no support network. She doesn't see her family, and her brother Billy is in a bad accident, and she won't go to the hospital to see him because of all the things he said to her when she was younger, which I think is wrong. Personally, sorry, I don't give a monkey's. It's his family, he's your brother. You go see him. Maybe I'm saying that from a perspective of an only child. I never had a brother or sister, so therefore, if it was me, I would go. But that, as I say, that's just me. You guys could have another perspective on this. Please, if you do, let me know down below. I would really like to know. Anyway, she doesn't go and see him, and her aunt, who she keeps in touch with, and Autumn, her cousin, they keep feeding her bits and pieces. Her dad tries to get in touch with her, and she sort of sees him occasionally, but not very much, and doesn't really want to see him until she's skinny, until she thinks that she deserves to have people love her, or until she's the perfect woman. Everything comes to a head when she's out on a hike with her cousin Autumn, Matt, and another friend of Matt's called Ranjeev, who she's met before at a party for I think it was her cousin Daniel, who is Autumn's brother. And Ranjeev was really nice. He was interested in what she was doing work-wise, etc., etc. And he sort of points out to her, obviously that Matt and Autumn are not going to split up, and that being skinny for her is maybe not what's going to make her happy. That, it's who you are inside that makes you happy, not what you look like. And she sort of poo-poos this. She's like, yeah, whatever type thing. But as the story goes on, she gradually begins to realise that he's right. The other thing that happens is that her brother comes to visit her, and they set everything that's wrong with them to right, which I think was a big step. Autumn and Matt get engaged. She stays away because she doesn't want to be a part of it, but Autumn wants her as a bridesmaid. She eventually does go because she ends up at her mother's grave that she hasn't been to since the day of the funeral, and there are words written on that tombstone that really resonate with her, and she realises that, yeah, they're right, that it's what you are inside, the type of person that you want to be, that's more important than your looks. And I think that was a really, really good message. There's so many magazines and everything out in the world at the moment that you've got to be a size 00 to be anybody. I think that's so wrong. I mean, the size I am I happy with it? I have issues with the way my body is. I'm not happy, but I've learned over the years that I know how close I could be to having an eating disorder, and I know that I won't do that. So was I influenced by magazines and stuff as a youngster? No, I was too busy being involved in sport. But I know that a lot of youngsters are involved with that, are sort of swayed by models that they see on TV, pictures that they see in magazines. So maybe this story was a really good way of showing people that it's not what you look like that's important, but it's who you are as a person. I would recommend this book to anybody. Seriously, it is a really good book. The characters are so believable and you get so involved with them, and that you want the best for for Jen in particular. You want her to come to terms with who she is, and for her to be happy, successful, and enjoy life, because we only get one chance at it, and you've got to make the most of it. Please let me know down below if you've read this book, what you thought of it. If you haven't read it, go on, pick it up. You might like it, you might not. It's the same. Everybody's different. They might like a book, they might not like a book. But I'd really like to know what people think about that. What do you think of like skinny models? What do you think of the way that young people are pressurized into being so slim? Is it good? Is it bad? I would really, really like to know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this book review. I know I've talked for ages, haven't I? But hopefully you've enjoyed it, and please leave any comments down below. If this is the first time you've been to my channel, hi, really nice to see you, and hopefully you'll come back again. Subscribe, it would be really nice for people to subscribe and for me to be able to interact with you more. But that's all for now, and I'll see you soon. Bye!